Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and yes, we canyon. You guys asked Jeb and Dinnerbone to put canyon biomes in the game, and they might not have got them in there yet, but what they did add was like 16 new colors of clay. So I've gone ahead and I've created a new Superflat formula, which you guys can find in the description of this video, and I've begun boring holes where I can put TNT. Now, you'll see that there's several layers of strata here with the different colors of clay. And what I'm doing is I'm essentially boring holes from the surface up there down to the bottom, which in this case there's one layer of water and then clay and then bedrock. And in the middle, or whatnot here, like in the middle of the canyon, I'm going all the way down to the bottom and I'm putting TNT all the way back up to the top. And you can see that I've marked that center of the canyon, if you will, with these red pieces, because I'm going all the way down to the red level. Now, if you guys want to adjust the formula to mix your own colors, I'm also going to include the color descriptions, or the decimal values of them, in the description of this video, because for some reason the Minecraft wiki does not have those. But anyway, whoops, made it too far. So the very center of the canyon, I'd bore all the way down to the bottom here, and then I put TNT all the way to the top. But then, to make the canyon widen out, kind of like a V, what I've been doing is setting up a secondary system of these orange pieces that kind of goes down to the orange level. Now, if you guys decide to do this yourselves, one way to remember it is it's about 20 seconds till you hit that orange level. I mean, I would be counting. There we go. So I get all the way through the orange there. Then I put, TNT all the way back up. And that's going to be a little bit wider. And what I can do then also is I've also got a white level here, which is another few blocks out. And so let's see, I think I put those two away or so. So to get to the white level, you just dig down. I mean, that's going to get blown up either way. Time set day. There we go. I just go down to the second white stripe here. Plant TNT, and, well, whatever. If I miss some, it doesn't matter too much. And I come back out. So, if you guys are doing this in SMP, like Unhost and I did last time, what you would do is you could have one person essentially marking out how deep to go, and then the other person actually laying the TNT. So, what you see so far is pretty straightforward. Now, I'm going to go ahead and actually blow this up and show you. I should really save this before I blow this up. Time skip. So I'm just going to finish this one up here. I'm not going to go all the way through with the white, just so, and nor am I going to go all the way through with the orange, so that way you can kind of see the difference. Now, technically, I don't really have to set every single one of these on fire, because it's going to kind of fan out anyway, but I think it's kind of awesome if I set most of them on fire. Let's just kind of try and hit the ones we can. This is how good Joe is at whack-a-mole, except with TNT. So, as you can see, that's slowly drilling out the canyon there. And it is deeper in the center by a little bit. I probably wanted to actually put those other ones a little bit further out if I wanted, or I could have if I wanted, and it would have given me more of a defined V. But there's a definite slope here that you guys can see. So then I could even come up at this point. Once I've got the basic shape here, I can even now come in and go, okay, well, so I'll go down to the white level here with my TNT, put more TNT in, and do the same here. And you can kind of just, you're going to want to make multiple passes. This is an iterative process. But then once you got the canyon the way you want it to look, boom, boom. Yeah, so see, now we got more of a V here. Oh, you probably want to do, if you're in creative mode anyway, /game rule. I should have done this first. There's tile entities, I think. It is do tile drops false. Should have said that first. So that'll make it so next time I blow stuff up, that there are not going to be, what do you call those little blocks everywhere? Little pick-upable blocks. Because I'm in creative mode, I don't need to harvest the resources from this. So I can just hop down here and do another pass down to the second white. Boom, 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 boom. And then we have our Whoops. Big boom. And then you can run TNT around the outer lip even to kind of get it a little bit better. And you'll run through here and start hitting some of this stuff like so. So I'm adding a few slightly shallower shafts around the edges here to kind of give the TNT an opportunity to bring out the edges of the canyon a bit more. Just having 3 or 4 pieces here and there can make all the difference. So we're just going to throw some of these in here. You know, you don't want your canyon to have too many overhangs. It just doesn't look quite right. I've also done some deeper shafts that'll extend the whole thing out this way more. So let's go ahead and set some of this on. Well, of course, everything I do I'm terrible at, so there's additionally that. Now, the reason to do these shafts is they really kind of keep the TNT in their defined areas pretty well, or slightly better. Great, so you see how that kind of created a shelf here. Now we're going to go ahead and remove all this extra stuff here. But yeah, so this actually looks a lot more shelvy than it was earlier. And shelves are an optimal place to place houses and stuff. And I have laid out another portion of the canyon that I want to blow away to save myself the embarrassment of not being able to light the thing. Boom. Next problem. Oh, I guess I should have lit those other ones. Well, you can't win them all. Now, what I need to do, though, too, is kind of create more of these, like, shelfy areas, probably, by, like, you know, essentially creating areas where, like, up here, let's go ahead and blow off a bit of this top without really doing too much damage. So we kind of blew off a little bit of that, and then we could kind of come in and have shafts going down like here and kind of along here to kind of create a spire around that one part that's kind of elevated. Whoops. So, like, ideally, this blue part here would stay as like a piece that's sticking out or jutting out. And then we'd have like a valley coming around back this way behind it that I think would be cool. So let's go ahead and just not delve too greedily or too deep. I should have said and or too deep, because really you don't want to dig too greedily and or too deep, especially when you're doing this stuff live, you know. Not that I'm doing this live, I'm doing this, you know, recorded wise. But I think this is a fun kind of way to pass the afternoon if you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch the TV, I'll dig a canyon, you know. I think Hercules himself dug a canyon. Or maybe that was Perseus. Or Theseus. Or the Minotaur. I'm not really an expert on the Greek mythology. That is, I'm not exactly Edith Hamilton's main man. Nor is she my main squeeze. I'm happily married to someone who is not Edith Hamilton. So my knowledge of Greek mythology need not be far too inclusive. I just want to I just want to show you guys how quickly, though, you can really throw something like this together by doing this one not too greedily, not too deep. Just kind of knocking it out around, and then we'll come... How's the sun? Okay, sun is fine. We'll go ahead and throw some right here, too, and get this valley going. So, now we will light... Oh, boom! This time I am on fire. Check that out. Joe Hills... digging little valleys out behind his spires here. So I probably want to knock out something like in here. This part right here is not too necessary to me. So we're just going to hop up here real quick and light this aflame. And hopefully that'll blow out some of that while leaving the rest of the spire. Excellent. So then when we're down here, yeah, you can kind of see how that's a little bit cooler. You know, we knock out manually some of the more awkward blocks and kind of shave out some of this here. See? Boom. Kind of give it that depth. And so you could carve an entire, like, river and canyon system and really have a strong spirit to this. Another thing you could do when you were kind of polishing up, if you wanted, is to take some of these clay blocks here and just kind of put them down at the bottom. Actually, you probably want to use the red ones, but boom. And kind of get your water level a little bit more even. This was just the easiest way to do the water. Now, it's probably stupid of me to do this now because I know for a fact that some of this is going to get blown up later. But I'm just showing you how you could make this look cool. So, boom, 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 boom. Yes, yes, we canyon. So, and one final explosion to close out the video. I've wired this up in advance with redstone, but one thing that I did was I set up an additional channel that's only as deep as the orange here, in hopes of kind of making the place feel a little bit less, I don't know, single level. I really liked having this pop up here in the pink level, and so I figure having a channel that extends out that way a little bit in the orange should be cool. Now, I wired this whole thing up so I can just throw one switch. Let's turn the switch off, and that was my safety. I did not have it connected in advance. And here we go. You gotta love the marvel of modern computing. That is the modern computer. So now from down here, you can see you got this kind of valley here down to the orange level, or so, that stretches out along this way. I'll probably come through here and carve it out so it's a little bit more natural. And, oh, some of this stuff just is not going to look right. Obviously, anytime you're working with TNT, you got to blow some extra stuff up. So, boom, 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 boom. But yeah, so that kind of gives the valley a little bit more depth. So if I come down here, whoa. Yeah, let's get rid of those extra distracting floating blocks there, too. That's no good. Not what I was looking for, or hoping for. Okay, cool. Kind of remove this. Okay, so now if I'm coming around the corner here, let's see how this looks. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm definitely pretty happy with this canyon. So, anyway, in my next video, I'll probably come through here and actually finish this and, you know, do some Pueblo building and whatnot. But until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. And yes, yes, we canyon.